When developing a course using the third principle of universal design for learning, there are 3 specific guidelines to assist us. The third, emotional capacity, formerly self-regulation, addresses managing emotion, thoughts, and behaviors, as well as empathizing with others. Criterion 4 of this guideline advocates that we cultivate empathy and restorative practices. Empathy is essential to co-designing equitable learning environments. While people more readily empathize with those who share similar identities or experiences, developing empathy across differences requires intentional effort. Activities that encourage deep listening, perspective taking, effective communication, and engagement with content that authentically represents diverse lived experiences can help expand and strengthen learners' empathy for one another. Empathy contributes to building and sustaining a caring learning community. When learners pay attention to each other's experiences and perspectives, it strengthens the bonds within the group and creates a space where people feel safe taking risks and learning together. When care is not extended toward others, trust can be broken. This harm is not always intentional, as we are sometimes unaware of how our actions affect others. Addressing these moments can be uncomfortable. Nevertheless, restorative practices offer a powerful way to repair relationships. Instead of focusing on punishment, restorative practices guide learners to reflect on the impact of their actions and develop meaningful steps to rebuild trust within their community. Empathy is central to this process, as learners practice seeing situations from others' perspectives, recognize the whole difference between intent and impact, and work together to make the learning community whole again. Some strategies to meet this criterion. Co-create classroom agreements with learners, explicitly inviting them to name what they need to feel safe and supported in the learning space. Develop kind and equitable tools, processes, and protocols that help learners hold one another accountable to community agreements across classrooms, workplace settings, and other learning environments. Encourage learners to share their coping strategies or coping needs so they can support one another's well-being. Other strategies that work well in the classroom and can be used virtually include introduce structures like a buddy bench or accountability partners to promote shared responsibility for the learning community. Use strategies such as circle practice, where learners pass a talking piece and share their emotions and experiences one at a time, or simple emotions check-ins to help learners learn from one another's perspectives.
Use protocols such as circle practice to make collective decisions about how to repair the community when an agreement has been broken. These practices can be used with learners of all ages and should not be dismissed. By following these suggestions, your course will assist students with equitable learning environments, as well as being in line with the principle of engagement and the theory of universal design for learning.